When I was 22, I'd had 22 surgeries, so I would make jokes about the 1 per year average. But they would just do them in clumps, so I'd have multiple surgeries, and then I'd have a break, and then I'd have more. My name's Pete, and I was born with a cleft lip and palate. Seems like with a cleft palate, there's always something else to work on. It's like a fixer-upper house. You got a lot of work to do just to get things working the way they should. I never really thought of it specifically as adversity. Like, I'm not overcoming adversity on a daily basis or you know, fighting for truth and justice in the American way. It's just I have a subset of challenges that I do face, but you do it every day, so you don't think about it. You know, I'm 33 and I just finally got my permanent bridge across the front to fill in the missing teeth so I can chew food like a normal person. They had to repair the pharyngeal flap and all the stuff that's in there that controls when you swallow, like where things go, when you breathe through your nose, where those go. Those aren't very pleasant because there's just blood everywhere. I mean, you just swallow buckets of blood, and despite their best efforts with suction and stuff during the procedure, you have to hork it all back up, and that's just unpleasant. Especially because everything is sutured together in there, so as you're vomiting, that hurts. But I'm really good at vomiting, so that's a life skill. Really good at holding my breath, that's a life skill. I got plates all up in my face. I got titanium and stuff just bolted into place, so yeah, I'm half cyborg, I guess. That's what I tell myself. I probably have some kind of like weird PTSD about surgeries. I know that I was super fixated about needles for a long time because they were the harbingers of surgery. It was the IV, and then everything else was just really crummy. The final work that I know that I need done are the 2 implants on the lower, where they made space where they didn't need to, but you know, that's what happens. And then I need work on my nose because it's just a massive scar tissue. I'm like a boxer, but I've never boxed in my life. So I gotta get that fixed up so that I can breathe out of it. And then I'll be normal? I don't know. I'd say the hardest part about growing up with the cleft palate thing was that I looked so obviously different. I made some friends, but I just seemed to not fit in, and I struggled with that for years until I switched schools in 8th grade. That was where things started to change for the better. I was very purposeful with that change about how I presented myself, how I stood up for myself, and how I addressed everything, because before I had tried to kind of keep up with everybody by making fun of myself first to take away their power. And that didn't really work because I didn't follow it up with standing up for myself. And so I just got picked on viciously, and that was really difficult. And I value all of that experience because it taught me how to handle myself around people and how to just be myself and be non-confrontational but not allow people to abuse me in any way. It was a tough way to grow up, but everybody has childhood experiences that are tough. I think what it gave me was a strong sense of self. It was easy to see when people were different, why and how they were different, and to not judge them for it, like I had been judged for it. And so I made friends all over the place, and now I work in a public relations kind of role. You can take the negatives and turn them into a positive, and your weakness can become your strength, but you have to make it your purpose, and you can't run from it. Everybody overcomes adversity. That's how you survive. Life is adversity, and the choices you make and how you overcome your specific situations and limits, that's what makes you who you are. I'm proud of my choices.